Hello everyone, welcome back to Viti Pathshala. So this is the 6th class, term 2nd, and the chapter number 2nd of the science, that is electricity, we would be going to study. So let us start. Now electricity we would be going to study. Now introduction. We use electricity in our day-to-day life. Have we ever wondered We use electricity in our day-to-day life. Have we wondered from where do we get the electricity? How does this electricity work? Can we imagine a day without the electricity? If you ask your grandfather, you can come to know about a period without the electricity. They used oil lamps for the light, cooked on the fires of the wood or the coal. By the advent of electricity, our day-to-day works are made easy and the world is on our hands. What are the appliances that work on electricity? What are the materials those allow electricity to flow through? What are the electric circuits? What are electric cells and batteries? Come on, let us descend into this lesson to know about the electricity. So we would be studying about all these things in this chapter. Now first we will start with the study of the sources of the electricity, like we have done the sources of the heat. Selvan and the Selvi are the twins. They are studying in the 6th standard. They visited their grandparents' village during summer vacation. At 6 o'clock in the evening, Selvan's grandfather switched on the light. The whole house was illuminated. Seeing this, Selvan asked his father, "How do we get light by switching on the switch?" So his grandfather took him to the nearest electricity board and inquired about the electricity. Let us look into the conversation given below. Selvan: "Sir, how do the electric bulb lighten up when we switch on the switch?" The engineer says that due to electricity. Selvan: "Oh, from where do we get the electricity?" Engineer: "We get electricity from thermal power, hydel power, tidal power, wind power, solar power, nuclear power," they have not mentioned, etc., as a source of electricity. Sir, are these plants exist everywhere? Engineer: "No, these plants are constructed depending upon the natural resources available at a particular place. For example, we have thermal power plant in the Neyveli, Tamil Nadu, as lignite is available there." So वहाँ पर lignite मिलता है. So therefore in the Neyveli we have the Tamil Nadu, we have the thermal power plant. Selvan: "Yes, I have seen windmills near the hills of the Trinivali district, which has potential wind resource. Thank you, sir, for your valuable information." Grandfather: "While walking back to home, do you think we get electricity only from the above mentioned sources?" Selvan: While entering into the home, noticing the clock on the wall. Grandpa, look at the wall clock. How does it work? Grandpa, it needs the electrical energy to work. Apart from the above mentioned sources, we get electricity from the cells and the batteries. So the picture shows the sources of the electricity: solar cells, windmills, the atomic power stations, thermal power stations, and the hydel power station. Cell 1. Yes, Grandpa. Now I am going to discuss about all these with the cell V. What do you infer from the above dialogue? We inferred from the above dialogue that any device from which electricity is produced is a source of electricity. We get electricity from different sources. The major electric power station in Tamil Nadu are thermal stations at the Neyveli, Ennore in the Tiruvallur district, and the hydel power station at Mettur in the Salem district, Papnasam in the Tirunelveli district, atomic power stations Kalpakam in the Kanchipuram district, Kondakulam in the. So these are important for your atomic power stations, are important for UPSC also, and windmills are in the Kanyakumari district. And apart from these, solar panels, which are prevalent in many places, are used to produce the electricity. Now we will discuss about the power stations. So first comes is the thermal power station. In thermal power station, the thermal energy generated by the coal, the diesel or gas is used to produce the steam. The steam thus produced is used to rotate the turbines, and while the turbine rotates, the coil of the wire kept between the electromagnet rotates, and due to the electromagnet induction, electricity is produced. Here the heat energy is converted into the electric energy. तो यहाँ पर हम heat energy को electric energy में convert कर रहे हैं. Next comes is the hydel power stations. The hydel power station, the turbine is made to rotate. So we rotate the turbines to rotate by the flow of the water from the dams to the produce the electricity. Here the kinetic energy is converted into the electrical energy. Hydel stations have the long economic lives and the low operating cost. So I think that all are not live, only Raja and the Bandita are live, other are not live. I think they were busy with their work. Now atomic power stations. In atomic power stations, nuclear energy is used to boil the water. The steam thus produced is used to rotate the turbine. As a result, electricity is produced. Atomic power stations are also called nuclear power stations. Here nuclear energy is converted into mechanical energy and then into the electrical energy. Now next comes is your windmills. In the windmills, wind energy is used to rotate the turbine, is to produce the electricity, hence the kinetic energy. Here the kinetic energy is converted into electrical. Remember which energy is converted into another. Above was the mechanical to the electrical, and the windmill works on the kinetic energy to the electrical energy. Now the second part comes is the cell. What is a cell? Now this is not the biological cell, this is the other cell. A device that converts the chemical energy into electrical energy is called a cell. A chemical solution which produces the positive and negative ions is used as the electrolyte. The two different metal plates are inserted in the electrolyte as the electrodes to form a cell. Now, due to the chemical reaction, one electrode gets the positive charge and the other gets the negative charge. तो केमिकल के रिएक्शन के कारण एक इलेक्ट्रोड को पॉजिटिव मिलता है, एक पर आपको नेगेटिव लिखा मिलेगा, producing a continuous flow of the electric current. Now, depending upon the continuity of the flow of the electric current, cells are classified into two. Some are the primary and some are your secondary cells. So what are your primary? They are not being recharged, so they can be used only once. Hence the primary cells are usually produced in the small sizes. Example, cells used in the clocks, watches and toy etc. Primary cells. So these you can see D, this C, AA battery, triple A battery and 4 times A battery and 9-volt battery and the button cells. Now next comes is your secondary cell. A cell that can be recharged many times is called your secondary cell. These cells can be recharged by passing the electric current, so they can be used again and again. The size of these secondary cells can be small and even large depending upon the usage. While the secondary cells used in the mobiles are in the size of a hand, the cells used in automobiles like the cars and the buses are large and very heavy. Now, examples, secondary cells are used in mobile phones, laptops, emergency lamps and the vehicle batteries. Now, battery. What is a battery? Often we call cell as the batteries. However, only when 2 or more cells are combined together they make a battery. बैटरी कब बनती है? जब 2 और 2 से ज्यादा जो है सेल एक साथ जुड़ जाते हैं. A cell is a single unit that converts the chemical energy into electrical energy. So what is happening here? Chemical energy is converted into the electrical one. And a battery is a collection of cells. What is a battery? Battery is a collection of the cells. Now warning, an experiment with the electricity should only be performed with the batteries used in the torch or the radio. Do not use any circumstances. Do not under any circumstance make the mistake to performing these experiments with the electricity supply in your home, farm or the school. Playing with the household electric supply will be the extremely dangerous. So this is the warning given to the students. Now, grandfather asked the Selvi to bring the torch. While taking the torch, it fell down and the cells came out. She put the cell back and switched it on. The torch did not glow, so she put like that, negative, negative and positive here. So she thought the torch was worn out. Now she was afraid that the grandfather might scold her. She started crying. Her uncle came there and asked the reason for crying. She conveyed the matter. Her uncle removed the cells and they reversed them. That is in the B position. So cells should be applied in the opposite direction. So positive, negative and negative and now the torch glows. Selvi face also glows. Uncle told her the reason and they explained her about the electric circuits. So they have shown you inside of a torch, how a torch glows. They have shown that. Now with this diagram you can make your own torch at home. आप अपने घर पे एक अपनी खुद की torch बना सकते हो. An electric circuit is the continuous or the unbroken closed path along Raja. Now path along with the electric current flows. The electric circuit is the continuous or the unbroken closed path होता है. Along with the electric circuit, electric current flows from the positive terminal to the negative terminal of the battery. A circuit generally has number 1 a battery, a cell or the battery. Second, it is the connecting wires. Third, it is the bulb and the key or the switch. So a battery is a source of the electric current, and the connecting wires for the carrying the current, bulb a device that consumes the electricity, and a key or the switch that will be stop the flow and would be allow the flow. Yes, Raja, you are correct. So they are the chemicals that are put. So we use the chemicals, and they are the acids are very dangerous. They can burn our skin, they can burn anything. Now open circuit. Now in a circuit, if the key is open off condition, then the electricity will not flow. So this is the open condition, open like this, then the electricity will not flow, and the circuit is called as open circuit, and the bulb will not glow. And when the circuit is closed, means that it is like this. Now in a circuit, if the key is in closed on condition, then the electricity will flow, and the circuit is called the closed circuit. The bulb will glow in the circuit. Can you make a simple switch on by simple things available to you? Now types of this circuit: simple, series, and the parallel circuit. So first क्या है simple circuit? What is a simple circuit? A circuit consisting of a cell, a key, a bulb, and a connecting wires is called as simple circuit. Whereas a series circuit, what is a series circuit? If two or more bulbs are connected in a series in a circuit, then that type of the circuit is called as a series circuit. If any one of the bulb is damaged or the disconnected, the entire circuit will not work. So this is the circuit, series circuit. Then next comes is your parallel circuit. So if two or more bulbs are connected in the parallel circuit, then that type of the circuit is called parallel circuit. If any one of the bulb is damaged or disconnected, the other part of the circuit will work. So parallel circuits are used at the homes. We use the parallel circuit at the homes. Now symbol of the electric components. So in these circuits discussed above, we use the figures of the electric components. Using electric components in the complicated circuits is difficult. So symbols of the components are used instead of the figures. If these symbols used in the electric circuits, even complicated circuits can be easily understood. So first is your electric cell. So symbol for the electric cell is the positive and the negative. Longer terminal refers to the positive and the shorter terminal refers to the your negative. Whereas the battery, there are two or more cells connected in a series. Then open, you know, I have made the diagram. This is open, and then the closed is this. Switch is on position. Then the electric bulb, they have shown that the electric bulb which is not glown, and the glown will be like this. Then connecting wire has been shown like this. The flow of the electric circuit in a circuit is called electric current. Now this is, they have made the diagram of your simple circuit, then a series circuit and a parallel circuit, which we have studied. Now secondary cells, these are the primary cell, this is secondary cell, and the connecting wire. So you can take the print out of this page. They have beautifully shown this. Now electric eel is a kind of fish. What is electric eel? Is a kind of fish which is able to produce the electric current. This fish can produce an electric shock to safeguard itself from the enemies and also to catch its food. Now more to know is the ammeter. So this is important. Ammeter is an instrument used in the electric circuits to find the quantity of the electric or the current flowing through the circuit. This is to be connected in a series. Now next comes is the conductors. The rate of flow of the electric charges in a circuit is called as electric current. The materials which allow electric charges to pass through them are the conductors. Example, the copper, iron, aluminium, impure water, earth, etc. These are your conductors. Next comes is your insulators. These are non-conductors. The material which do not allow the electric charges to pass through them are called as the insulators or non-conductors. Example, plastic, glass, water, rubber, china, clay, ebonite, etc. They are your insulators जिनमें से electricity pass नहीं हो सकती. Now safety measure to safeguard a person from the electric shock. Switch off the power supply, remove the connection from the switch, push him away using the non-conductive material, give him first aid and take him to the nearest health center. So these are nothing we know about them, Raja. These are small things we all know, that how to touch an electric pole, how to save a person. Now more to know is about the Thomas Alva Edison. This is important and we would be waiting here and we will be studying it slowly. Thomas Alva Edison, February 11, 1847 to October 18, 1931. He was an American inventor. He invented more than the 1,000 useful inventions and most of them are, sir, in mains this term is important or not? This is not important. These will not come in the mains. Mains is related to your robotics or the other things will comes in the mains. Or mains is more of your current affairs rather than the science you are studying this. This type of the science is asked in your PCS exam or it may be asked in your prelims exams of the mains. So these are not important part. Yes, technology based robotics, or they can ask you the biology. Most of the things they ask is related to biology or the technology based, or your science and technology is your syllabus. So I am doing that you must know about these things. A common people or a aspirant of the UPSC must have such knowledge. You must know who is Thomas Alva Edison. You must know what is electricity, what is conductor, what is insulators. As we saw that the energy is just now like the tidal wind and the atomic. Yes, these are these you can write if a question comes upon, if a question comes on the disaster management, if a question comes on the technology, that you can write. And more of you would be writing upon the new energies like the solar energy. So there you have to mention about the solar energy, and that we would be doing the current affairs of the solar, current affairs of related to the, but these basic are most before to become a, yes, these are the basic you must know because you are to head the subordinates. Now the scenario is that the person who is your subordinate, he is also graduate and you are also graduate, and the both of you are working in the same office. And if you don't know about the basics and your junior who is also a graduate, he knows about these things, then it would be humiliating for you. So you must have studied them and you must know about something about these things. For example, a scenario comes where you need to fix the electric power of a school or the village. You don't have a technician, you are only the person, then what will you do? You must know the things, basic things. I will say this is life science. This is not the science, this is life science. And the useful and the most of them are the electric appliances used in the homes, and he is remembered for the inventions of the electric bulb. So this was the Thomas Alva Edison. More focus our would be on the social sciences rather than on the studying the science. So the thing at last you can do is that the studying points to remember, that would be enough. Any device from which the electricity is produced is a source of electricity. There are many sources of electricity: thermal, hydroelectric, windmills, and the atomic power station. Devices that convert the chemical energy into electrical energy is a cell. The electric cells are of two types depending upon the continuity of the flow of the electric current. Primary cell is a cell that is designed to be used once and the discarded. A cell that can be recharged many times is called a secondary cell. And two or the more cells combine together to make a battery. The electric circuit is a combination of cell, key, bulb, and connecting wires arranged in a proper manner. A circuit consisting of a cell, key, bulb, and the connecting wires is called as the simple circuit. Now, if two or the more bulbs are connected in a series in a circuit, then the type of the circuit is called series circuit. If two or more bulbs are connected in a parallel in a circuit, they are parallel circuit. The symbols of the electric component are used to represent the complicated circuit in simple way. The material which allow the electric charges to pass through them is called as the conductors, and the material which do not allow the pass are non-conductors of the electricity. So this was the chapter. I hope you like the chapter, and this they have also given the a short comic type of the book about the Michael Faraday. So let us study this also. Michael, this is our food for 1 week. Yeah, yes mom, I will adjust with this. Recite fourth table do you. 00144 I. He is stammering. Faraday couldn't continue his school studies because of the poverty. Now joined in the book finding works. Used to read those books in the leisure time. Your books are bound. Would you please take the book Conversation on the Chemistry of the Jane Macrae by tomorrow? I am reading that. Wonderful, you read that book. Sir, I did those experiments too. Your quest for the knowledge wondering me. I have the tickets for the scientific Humphrey David lecture. Thanks, sir. Now Faraday continued to listen to the lecture of the Humphrey Davy and the Royal Society. He was taking the notes. Now, sir, may I join as your assistant? You have wonderfully taken my lecture notes. Definitely join. Humphrey Davy says that. Just you have appointed an ordinary man? Wrong, don't discriminate. Faraday has a lot of interest and the skills. Now Faraday did so many experiments in his leisure time. He invented the dynamo and designed the forerunner of the electric motor. Two milestones in the electricity. Faraday's scientific lectures attracted the people. Sure, Faraday should the given sir title. Sorry, I don't want of any awards. Science should be used for the people to make last breath. I want to be a scientist for the people. So they have shown you a comics for the students. So that is very good. So that was all that we studied in this. So I hope you like the chapter and it is knowledgeable. And the next which we would be doing tomorrow, that is changes around us. So thank you all of you. So we would be meeting tomorrow. And it took me 1.5 hours to complete all these chapters.